Hi, and welcome to the baseball show. I thought we were only going to have the artificial. Is it a duck? Is that a duck? I'm not. I don't know my waterfowl. But we're going to have Mark Stern, a dedicated Yankees fan, on, and I'm trying to get Tom Masgiel to call in. Mark. Hey, Mark. Say hello to Red Sox Nation.
Oh, Red Sox Nation, I have to respect you at this moment. I'm not saying that anymore, Evan.
Are you actually talking, or is everything like going to hell?
No, I was just saying that,
You're not eating, are you?
I have to respect the Red Sox at this moment.
Why? I was busy this week, and I've been very busy. I've been having like health problems. What happened? I've missed the entire week in baseball, Mark.
The Red Sox swept the Yankees in 4 games.
Oh my God! But remember when we went to BU? What's going on there? I can hear people talking to you.
That was Evan Camp, another.
Tell them to shut up.
Name.
You're on TV now.
He wants to be on the radio.
You're not on the radio. You're on the TV. If it was on the radio, it'd be different. You could do, naughty things and stuff.
Wait a minute, I'm on the TV so they could see me right now?
Well, how can they see you? I don't have a picture of you. I had a picture of you wiping out that all-you-can-eat Chinese restaurant in Dobbs Ferry, but, you don't want me to put that up anymore.
No, here's the one.
When he's talking at the same time, we can barely hear you. Were you at any of these games, Mark?
He's not talking anymore. That's the win.
He can come on separately, Does he have a telephone?
Okay. He can talk after I'm done. I can pass him the phone.
Right, or he can call in.
We were at the game on Sunday.
Right. Was that the 4th game or the 3rd?
Yes, it was the last game of the series, and the Yankees were winning, and Chapman blew it.
How did he blow it?
He gave up some runs, and then it was tied, and went into extra innings.
What's going on there? You sound like you're...
The Red Sox came back. They were losing 4-1, and they finally won, I think, at the bottom of the 10th.
Mark, now let's slow down. The way you're coming across, you say you're at the beach, but it sounds like you're like in the outhouse and relieving yourself. You have to have a professional manner when you're on the TV sport. I know that you New York Yankees fans are slobs, but...
I said any better? I had you on speakerphone. Is this any clearer?
You can't put me on speakerphone. Hey, which beach are you at? The Coney Island or Jones Beach? That's the only 2 I know of.
I'm at Cherry Grove on Fire Island.
Oh, is that the nude beach?
Yeah, I mean, it's really not as popular for that as it was, but you see a few people that are nude.
Are you nude?
No.
Wow.
I wouldn't want to offend the audience.
Thank God for that. Holy Hannah. Ooh, I was almost going to have a panic attack there, Mark. How did it feel to come all... What? Go ahead. Mark?
Yes?
Don't bail out on me now. We got good sound now that you don't have me on the speakerphone. Isn't that
What's your question?
Isn't that the beach that you delivered your son at?
My daughter.
Oh, you delivered your daughter. She came early at Fire Island. But that was in the cabin, right?
It was in the hotel room, 1999.
That was 1999 a night? What, were you, like a Motel 6? I thought Fire Island was rather, what they used to call Tony.
No, we had a hotel room even at that time. And
At 1999?
that's where she was born. Yeah.
Oh, she's born at 1999? Like 7... well, no, that doesn't make any sense. Hey, so you come all the way up to Boston, and they've already taken a vicious drubbing of their Yankee blue behinds. And then how did you feel? When did it all start falling apart at Fenway Park Sunday? Did you have a beer in your hand? Had you finished one of those colossal hot
No, I
dogs?
actually didn't get a chance to have any beer at that game.
How come? You couldn't
But,
afford it?
I don't know. Nothing appealed to me that I saw. It was all like Bud Light and
What were you in these? What were you in? Some type of like Budweiser section? Don't they have craft beers anymore at Fenway?
no, I didn't find the craft beer stand, and I was talking about the beers that they were bringing around, and the crowd were not good.
Oh, you didn't feel like with the Yankees collapsing that you could get your keister up and go get yourself a craft beer?
I never did, but it really didn't turn around till the ninth inning. And Chapman is the one who blew the save.
So what are the Red Sox 9.5 games up as of like a day or two ago? What are they? What's going on? What's the standings in the American League East? Mr. Baseball
It was
said.
9.5 games after that series, and then the Yankees beat the White Sox. I don't know.
Pardon me,
if
I'll have to call you back.
yesterday.
I'm on the TV. I'm actually am. Bye. I like that, the TV. Do you call it the TV in your house when you were a kid?
Do I have what?
When you were a boy in the Bronx,
Yeah.
did you and your family call it the TV?
Yeah. What else would you call it?
Well, you could call it like the Brits call it. Well, they call it the telly. But yeah, I guess
That's
you've got
true.
me
There
there.
are other names for it, but yeah, we called it a TV.
You know, I never watched a baseball game with my father until, geez, I was in my 40s and he was in almost 80 years old. That's when he was living. Remember, he was living in Connecticut, and I was living in Dobbs Ferry.
Right. Well, my father was not a fan. I used to watch with my mother's father,
Oh, really?
he was a Yankees fan, and he used to go to games in the 20s.
Oh my God, cool.
Yeah. And so he got me into being a Yankees fan, my grandfather. And he would take me to some games, too, in the old stadium.
Now, did you ever become a Mets fan?
Well, you could say I am a Mets fan, but I'm not as much of a Mets fan.
But after they fired Willie
played-
Randolph as manager, you remember I was living down in Dobbs Ferry? That was a hell of a team.
Yeah.
He couldn't bring it in. I don't understand why Willie Randolph got fired that year and why he's never been able to get another job.
We all wondered that, too. We like Willie Randolph.
Yeah, I
We were
think.
hoping maybe he would come back to work for the Yankees.
Oh, yeah.
I guess, like you said, that nobody made him an offer.
You know, yeah, there's stuff in baseball we don't know, and hope, you know, the days of the horrible racism where Frank Robinson, the great Frank Robinson, was the only manager. You know, those days are past, thank God. And but Yankees, you know, I have a feeling that if Buckethead Girardi was manager, they would be doing much better. I don't think this.
It's hard to say. It's a very esoteric
Why?
area. How much does the manager affect the team?
Well, look at Aaron Boone. He isn't doing a damn thing. It's so interesting because we got the two types of, you know, a manager with no managerial experience doing so well with the Red Sox, and then you've got your guys. Well, your team has such holes in it. A Yankees team without good pitching or even great pitching, it just doesn't seem right. Don't you agree?
It's true. I mean, the only amazing stat is if you look at their record, other than the Red Sox, they're one of the best teams. So I think they
Right.
only look worse because the Red Sox were so good this year.
You know, that is true because we're judging them against the Red Sox are having quite a run. They probably will win 100 games. Do you know it's the last time that the Red Sox won 100 games? And none of this, you know, how you beat us out of winning 100 games back in 78, the year I met you. What year was the last year that the Red Sox won 100 games? 105 games, in fact.
I thought it would have been one of their recent World Series years.
Nope. Ted Williams, Stan Musial, the 1946 World Series.
That's amazing. Well, I don't think there's any doubt they're going to win 100 this year.
Well, they could go
Question is
into
how many.
usually in August, late July and August, remember? Oh, boy. The Red Sox teams used to go in the drink. Kind of like the Yankees
Yeah,
are doing now.
They would classically choke. That's what we always said about them.
Are the Yankees choking, or is it just an illusion created by the Red Sox?
It's not an illusion, but it's that they really beat us. And, like, yes, we might beat other teams now, but I feel like it would be very hard to win the division without beating you directly. And we do have some more chances. There's a series at Yankee Stadium, and there's a series in Boston again.
Does Evan want to
So it
say
should be
anything? Come
exciting.
on and say anything.
You want to go be on the show, Evan?
And then
No, he's
no,
eating now.
no filthy talk, nothing like that. No politics.
He's eating lunch now, so
Well, you can come on next
can't
week
be
or
on.
the week after that. You're always welcome on.
yeah.
You're not welcome on the radio
tell
show
him.
because Matt Carnathan
I'll
hates
give
you.
him the number and tell him to call in.
Well, yeah, definitely. It'd be good to have Evan on. And if he has Skype, you guys can actually come on. We can see your smiling visages. You know, it'd be great for you to
That's
set
cool.
up a camera at one of these all-you-can-eat places. And, Tom, you're calling the wrong number.
You have the
Tom?
wrong number on the air.
Uh-oh. Yes, why don't you talk about your hopes for the team right now? What do you think about their prospects in the playoffs? Because that's what it's about right now.
My hopes?
Yeah, what do you see realistically?
Anything can happen. Although I don't really like getting in that way, I also don't like the fact that you have to win one game to decide if you go on. That's a relatively new thing.
Well, the Red Sox lost one game in 1978, didn't they?
That's
And
true, but
and
that's only
48.
Because the teams were tied at the end of the regular season.
Yeah.
This is an unusual playoff game between two wild card teams. I don't really like that.
I don't either, but I really don't like it, and I don't like the all-the-time interleague play. 'Cause, you know, I don't want to see
it's
the
too much.
Phillies.
The idea originally was supposed to be like
Some.
crosstown rivals, like
And
the
summer.
Yankees and Mets.
I don't. The,
But no,
yeah.
it's too predominant.
the Phillies are not a rival. I don't give a damn about the Phillies. I don't mind seeing the Mets, but the Yankees are. That's our Soviet Union.
Well, speaking of which, did you know I have a Mets ticket for you?
Yeah, I'd love to. When's the game?
September 15th. I think it's in the right field roof.
Why don't we think about going earlier so I can check out some of the homeless shelters down there in New York?
Oh, no, the game is in Boston.
Well, I can check out. Well, who'd want to live in a homeless shelter in Boston? You know, New York's much more exciting. New York's much more exciting.
I
The
guess I'll mail
violence,
you
the
ticket,
drugs.
and, you
Well,
can
we can
meet
have
us
that in
there.
Manchester.
Evan will be there, too.
At the homeless shelter?
No, at the game.
Maybe we
Red
can.
Sox, Red Sox Mets game.
Is Evan still a docent?
What?
He was a docent, you know, somebody that takes people around places. And this is where Thomas Wolfe used to write with his
Oh, yeah,
elbows
yeah,
on the
I
top of
guess
the
he calls
refrigerator.
himself a tour guide, not a docent.
Oh, okay. In San Francisco, you know, all hoity-toity, you know. How are the Mets doing? Are they in the crapper or?
The Mets are doing pretty bad here.
Yeah.
You know, I guess a real fan will still go and enjoy the game. You know, go enjoy each game as you see it.
Do you think
Something to be said for that.
Do you think that the golden age of baseball is through in New York City?
No, there's no way you can say that because there's always new talent coming up, and anything can happen any year.
How's your guy Giancarlo Stanton doing?
Probably not as well as hoped. I mean, he's doing decently well, but a lot of the Yankees' averages are really low.
How about
Hitting per percentage.
how's Judge doing? How's his shoulder holding up?
He's out for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
hopefully when he'll be able to help a bit when he returns.
yeah. I mean, there's a guy that you just want to. It's like Reggie Jackson. Well, he's not Reggie Jackson, but he's somebody. He just brings you to a game. I mean, you and I would go anyways, but seeing somebody like that, if he can actually do it for a career, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's one of the best. They say people around the country like to go see him, and they cheer him even though he's a Yankee, just because of the way he carries himself.
He's a young guy. He's he's not Reggie and being an SOB.
No, that's not true. A lot of people he would rub the wrong way.
Then again, the people you remember, Richie Allen, who his SOB-ness got him out of baseball when he was quite a character. Mark, what do you and Evan think about the trend towards it's either a strikeout or a dinger, a home run, and fewer balls are being put into play than ever, and it's accelerating. They set the record last year, and each month it's getting worse. There's just
I don't particularly like that. I like the small
Billy ball.
Like getting hits, getting the runner over.
Yeah, Billy ball.
Strategy of the game that's more interesting.
Yeah, this is. Jeez, it's.
I don't know what you can really do to change that. Is it something to do with the strike zone?
Well, you can change the mound, and you can do all, but that gives the pitcher the advantage. We're having the strikeouts now. Okay, I think we got Tom joining us. Tom? I guess we don't have Tom joining us. He tried to call in. I don't know. Mark, have you found any good restaurants? Mark, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You mean out here?
No, you find any good all-you-can-eat restaurants?
No, I'm not really looking for those anymore. Once in a while, I come across one, but I don't really seek them out.
How come?
It's too much. It's too much eating.
Well, you have the legend where they have in Dobbs Ferry that bronze plaque near the barber shop where the all-you-can-eat Chinese and Japanese place used to be that you put out of commission. Remember that one?
They're actually still in business.
I don't believe that. They haven't been all-you-can-eat.
They're half the size that they were.
Mark was actually,
folks,
Mark was actually the inspiration for that famous Simpson episode where they go out to the fish restaurant and the Homer files a lawsuit because he didn't get all-you-can-eat at the all-you-can-eat fish restaurant. Remember, Mark, when you ate the plastic lobsters when we were in Boston back, what was it, about 1980?
No, I don't remember that because it never happened.
Are you sure? How can you remember?
Yeah.
I barely can remember what happened to me 5 seconds ago.
Well, I can relate to that.
Hey, tell me about we got 10 minutes. It seems like the show should have been over about 10 minutes ago.
What happened to Tom?
He went into the ether. Here, let's see if we can get him. I'm going to change my hat.
Are you trying to call him now? There we go.
Hey, there he is. Oh, come on. You can't listen to me. I can hear you. You got to put the volume down.
I hear Tom like as if he were a great distance away.
You got to wear headphones or something, Tom.
Oh, he is a great distance away. That's right.
Okay, Mark, we just finished the story about we were in Boston. We went to the all-you-can-eat fish foods place, that cheap place down on Newbury Street, and you wound up eating the plastic lobsters because you complained you couldn't get all-you-can-eat. Hey, what do you think about the Yankees, Tom? I'm putting on my disabled American veteran hat because I think the Yankees are disabled. Jeez, why isn't my hat? I'm looking at the camera. It doesn't come on right. How about like that? Uh-oh.
I think the Yankees are young.
Young. Oh, yeah. We're going to have poetry now from the Yankees fans because they've just taken a real kick in the keys there.
Remember, I did pick Boston to win the AL East.
Yes, you did. But you said the Yankees would win the World Series.
Whereas you were too cowardly to make a choice.
Jeez, yeah, you know, when you're in
I had
doubt,
no
speak
idea they would
gibberish.
be this good.
Yeah, I did.
That the Yankees would be this,
Wasn't there
or the Red
No, I had
Sox.
no idea the Red Sox would be this good.
your hitters? Come on.
Hey, the Yankees were supposed to the pitching of the Yankees was rated very highly before we started the season, but
Starting pitch shape, no, it wasn't.
Mark has made the point that the Yankees aren't doing that bad, only when in contrast to the Red Sox.
Well, I mean, considering that Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez are disabled, yeah, they're doing pretty good.
What do you think their chances in the playoffs are? They're going to have to go through the sudden death wild card because you know they're in the division.
And then possibly the Rangers.
Well,
One,
in the sudden death, you just gotta hope for the best. Anybody can win.
unless you're the '78 Red Sox.
I mean, if you let the team in last place have a wild card just for fun, they might win the wild card.
That'd be fun. You know, you should have that'd be funny to have a random team just picked out of the pot. It'd kind of be like something like the lottery, Shirley Jackson story. I don't mean the actual thing, but the spirit. You just pick somebody out. Let's see if they can kill Goliath, right? That'd be a hell of an idea.
If they've got
Mark, shut up. You're on the radio.
one good starting pitcher to have a good day.
Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to Mark so you can talk. Hey, Mark, we'll get together again. We're going to let Tom talk. Thank you for coming on. Bye.
Okay.
Stay away. Stay away from the plastic
Bye-bye.
lobsters. Okay, take it away, Tom Massengale. We haven't heard you. Why don't you ever call in Matt's show?
I don't know. I see it sometimes on the internet.
Yeah, we had a very interesting show the other day, but I can't remember what it was about because half of it we made up on the fly.
Right, of course.
Well, it's better than talking about you know what and you know who. Hey, the Yankees.
Honestly, it was as a Yankee fan,
Yep.
it was not an easy weekend, right?
No, it was. I only heard about it because I was very busy and distracted, but it's a shocker. Weren't you shocked?
I mean,
Even with the
it
Red
wasn't
Sox. doing so
nearly
well.
as bad as the Boston Massacre,
No, that was
but
yeah. Labor
but
Day
it was a way that
'78.
we could've-
Go ahead.
Yeah, we were all thinking we could wind up the weekend in a miracle, a game and a half back,
Right.
and instead we're 9.5 back.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't you settle for like 2.5 or 3.5?
I mean, imagine if Johnny Hawk were a Yankee fan, he would have been running for the mad lines.
Well, Tom, you know you're dating yourself with old 1980s jargon.
Well, you know,
And
we
he's a
used to win
football
World
fan
Series
anyways.
back in the day.
Yankees have any chance to get anywhere deep into the playoffs, or are they out
Yeah,
after
of course.
the division
Yeah,
series?
of course they do.
With what
Of course
pitching?
they do. Severino, CC Sabathia, and Tanaka, if they're healthy and on top of their game, Severino right now is not on top
Yeah.
of his game. But we saw the first half of the season what he can be. Yeah, if those three guys are on top of their game, sure, of course we got a chance with Stanton and Judge and Sanchez.
Well, all
Come
that
on.
firepower, yeah, but like a Red Sox team, it can only get you so far.
Yeah, well, that's true, but we have the best bullpen in the majors. So our starters only have to get us 5 innings.
Well, thank God for that, because that's all they're getting, isn't it?
No, Severino's been pitching longer. Until recently, he's just been. We don't know what the matter with him is because he looks fine. His velocity is fine. His stuff looks good, but he's getting hit, and we don't know why. It may just be a small sample.
Yeah, and let's be frank. The new philosophy is for a starter only to go about 5 or 6 innings. They don't even want him to see a hitter to see them the third time. You go with your relievers, yeah. So I'm being unfair saying that.
Right, and our bullpen is fantastic. Huh?
Oh
But,
yeah.
I mean, my hat is off to Boston. They've done a great. They put together a great team. It's really nice to have Boston and New York have this kind of a competition. You know.
Yeah, but I'd like to see it a little tighter, and and maybe it will be
Well,
in
it
September.
has been tight. Until this weekend, it has been tighter.
Oh yeah, you started out at the beginning of the year. It was exciting. Remember the times they were the Yankees would be up and they'd be virtually tied with the half games and that, and because the
Right.
Yankees hadn't played
But
so many games. What about the Yankees? Are they
But I
still
will
down on
remind you-
games? We only have a few more minutes. Do the Yankees still have to make up games on the Red Sox? Remember the Red Sox have played more games, or is it all evened out now in that?
I have one word for you.
Yeah.
1978.
Oh, that's. I almost made an obscene gesture, but
There
I'm a
were
good
Dude,
I'm a good boy.
they were 17 and a half games back.
That was at the end of July. July
No, it wasn't.
29. Was it July 29?
Oh. All right, I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah, Time Magazine
Oh,
wrote the Yankees off, but you don't have Guidry, and you don't have Reggie, and we only got a minute and a half left. So 1 minute to wrap up your thoughts, Tom, a Yankees fan.
I'm looking it up right now.
Well, it's too late because I got to say goodbye. You have about 10 seconds
Why?
to say something. Because it's over. The show's
Why?
over. Whale,
The show's
Whale had
over.
all you can eat. He ate most
I
of the show.
love this baseball season. I think it's
Okay,
great, and
he loves it.
whoever plays,
We'll
it's gonna be
see.
a great time.
We'll see what he has to say when the Yankees go down like the Titanic. Because it was
If
so
they go
sad when the
down,
big
it'll
ship
be
went
all right.
down.
We've got a good team.
Bye, Tom, and thanks for next week. Call back. Baseball show.
Excellent. Congrats
Das
on the
Vidania.
weekend.